Hello and a warm welcome to South Asia Today, where we bring you in-depth insights into the key events shaping South Asia. I'm Shivangi Mishra and are today's top stories. India's organic revolution transforms farm markets and lifestyles. Global alarm at UN over Bangladesh's drift toward fundamentalism and violence. And Pakistan's decades of neglect exposed as PoGB traders face media smear. Let's begin the show. Once just a niche urban trend, organic food in India has blossomed into a movement reshaping farms, markets and kitchens across the country. Farmers are increasingly turning to organic practices, while health-conscious consumers are filling their baskets with chemical-free produce. Fueling this transformation are a host of government programs and private initiatives, all working to make organic not just an option but a way of life for Indian households. Take a closer look at this growing green revolution.
As modern lifestyles take a toll on body and mind, India is turning to wholesome organic food. Tapan Ray, founder of Pratithi, has built a seamless farm-to-shelf value chain offering rice, pulses, millets, gluten-free flours and specialty grains all in plastic-free packaging. From cleaning and hulling to grading and processing, every step needs strict international food safety standards, ensuring quality and trust. Firms like Pratithi are not just producing food, they are cultivating a healthier tomorrow.
I think export is definitely, there is a tremendous potential. Trust me, I've been seeing over the last 3 decades, and for 2.5 decades I've been also exporting to the very matured market like Germany, because in Europe Germany is the largest organic market, then Switzerland, and the demand from those markets are still growing because they cannot have a range of products like what India can produce.
Today, Tapan's Pratithi partners with over 10,000 farming families across India, bringing their harvest to tables around the world from Germany, Switzerland, Italy and Austria to North America, the Middle East and New Zealand. Back home, Pratithi's goodness is just as accessible, with flagship stores in Delhi serving Indian consumers.
India's organic food industry has moved beyond the margins to become a sunrise sector, reshaping both agriculture and consumer choices. Events like Biofake India 2025 are fueling this momentum, giving global visibility to Indian producers. With booming exports, supportive policies and growing demand for value-added products, India is fast emerging as a global contender where organic is not just food but a lifestyle.
The rise of organic food in India marks a turning point, nurturing healthier diets with transforming the farming economy. Events like Biofake India 2024 have become key catalysts, uniting farmers, entrepreneurs, exporters and policy makers on one platform for learning, collaboration and global visibility. The ripple effect, faster adoption of standards, smarter packaging and producers ready to take on the world.
Developing countries, but also in developed countries, they are looking for organic products, and the market is growing, and the Indian organic market is also growing. Producers are more aware and more capable of producing very good products, and I'm very sure that Indian organic products will compete among all the other organic competitors very, very good.
So we can see that now the states, the farmers are much more inclined towards the organic production. So they are getting the education about the organic production, and there are many agencies, NGOs are working in India specifically for the organic production, as it is already, supported by the government as well.
India's organic industry has expanded beyond raw grains to value-added products like millet snacks, ready-to-cook meals, cold-pressed oils and dairy alternatives, appealing to consumers seeking convenience and quality. According to Brand Equity Foundation 2020 report, India ranks 8th globally in organic agricultural land and first in number of producers. Its products now reach the USA, EU, UK, Canada, Switzerland, Turkey, Australia and beyond, generating 494.8 million USD and cementing India's place on the global organic map.
Right now, the organic market is really growing and developing. And secondly, we are having now several value additions to the crops. First, the organic, we are blooming right now in comparative to Americans, in comparative to Europeans. Indian market is growing like this on a good hype. But the value add-ons, what we are talking about, like Fair for Life certifications, like regenerative organic certifications, these are the value add-ons which can give a better shape in next 5 years. And it could be a rapid growth for the organic industry.
Rising global demand is making organic food a lifestyle choice for families in India and abroad. With greater awareness and income, India's middle class increasingly prefers organic options for their children's health, while government programs like National Program for Organic Production continue to boost the sector's growth.
I have been using them from the last 10 to 12 years, and the government's initiative have really been eye-opening for the general consumer as well. And myself being a new parent as well, I have been interested into this organic products more and more because of some basic dietary things that is helping us, more of improving our lifestyles.
India's organic revolution is more than a trend. It's transforming farming, markets and lifestyles. With growing consumers' awareness, government support and global demand, the sector is poised for rapid growth, making organic a sustainable choice for the future.
A powerful poster exhibition at the United Nations in Geneva has drawn global attention to Bangladesh's worsening human rights crisis. Organized by the International Forum for Secular Bangladesh during the 60th session of the Human Rights Commission, the two-day event showcased posters exposing rising radical fundamentalism and severe rights violations under the Yunus regime. Led by activist Rehman Khalilur, the exhibition urged international solidarity against escalating extremism.
The human rights situation in Bangladesh is rapidly deteriorating, with widespread reports of severe violations, escalating religious extremism, and political repression impacting millions. Religious minorities, in particular, suffer from systemic discrimination and violence, frequently exploited to silence dissent and deepen sectarian divides. A two-day poster exhibition spotlighting the alarming rise of radical fundamentalism and severe human rights violations in Bangladesh was held at the United Nations during the 60th session of the Human Rights Commission. The event was organized by the Geneva-based human rights organization, International Forum for Secular Bangladesh, IFSB. Human rights activist Rahman Khalilur Mamoon led the two-day event, displaying 30 posters across 5 themes, from minority persecution and press suppression to mob violence and sexual crimes. The exhibition drew diplomats, NGOs, and activists, many left shocked by the depictions. The exhibition called for stronger global solidarity to counter Bangladesh's human rights crisis and rising radicalization.
We are demanding to the international community, United Nations and International High Commission of Human Rights that our urgent appeal to all of them in Bangladesh, Dr. Yunus and his regime, of course, to resign and to give a democratic society to Bangladesh. And our previous leader Sheikh Hasina, she should be come back in the Bangladesh. A participatory election will be come on the February. We are demanding in the international society of this.
The exhibition aimed to raise global awareness about these challenges and mobilize the international community to pressure Bangladesh's leadership to uphold human rights and protect vulnerable populations. Diplomats and observers have warned that Bangladesh is sliding toward instability under interim government led by Muhammad Yunus, with risks of extremist violence and civil conflict. Frustration is also growing on social media, where many express regret over the current situation and recall former PM Sheikh Hasina's rule with nostalgia.
We are here to show the international community what is going on in Bangladesh in this time, this raping, looting, burning and killing the people, and the mob violence are going in everywhere. So there is injustice are going on. So there is a photo exhibition is here to show the people and the international community to raise their voice with us against Yunus regime, and we have to get out Yunus government as early as possible.
If the current trajectory continues unchecked, Bangladesh risks plunging further into political turmoil and social unrest, with rising instability threatening to destabilize not just the country but the entire region. Experts caution that without immediate and decisive intervention, Bangladesh could descend into state failure, characterized by widespread chaos, economic collapse, and increasing international isolation, jeopardizing the very independence and sovereignty hard-won by previous generations.
Now we take a look at some happenings in Asia in a segment called Asia Watch.
Toddler Aryatara Sakya was anointed as the new Kumari, the living goddess in Nepal, with a traditional ceremony after undergoing a rigorous process of selection. 5 senior Buddhist Vajracharya, chief royal priest of Talaju Bhavani Temple, and a royal astrologer oversee the selection ritual of the 2.5-year-old Sakya, which also includes a bravery test. Some characteristics searched in children are good health, no evidence of scars and marks on the body, uncut and blemished body skin, premenstrual, and no loss of teeth. Kumaris are a major tourist attraction and are considered by many as incarnations of the Hindu goddess Kali and are revered until they menstruate, after which they return to the family and a new one is chosen. In the past, Nepali kings have sought the Kumaris' blessings. Bees once thrived among the date palms along the Shat al-Arab, where Iraq's mighty Tigris and Euphrates rivers meet, but drought has shriveled the green trees and life in the apiaries that dot the riverbank is under threat. In the historic port city of Basra, beekeepers following centuries-long traditions are struggling to produce honey as the salinity of water in Shat al-Arab rises, along with extreme heat and persistent droughts that have disturbed the bees' delicate ecosystem. The banks of the Shat al-Arab were once a lush jungle where bees would feast, producing high-quality honey that was a good source of income for Iraqi beekeepers in the southern city. But decades of conflict and a changing climate have slowly diminished the greenery, putting the bee population at risk. Less than a quarter of the palm trees on the riverbanks of Shat al-Arab have survived, with fewer than 3 million trees now, from a peak of nearly 16 million. At its peak, honey production from the Basra region was around 30 tons a year, he said, but has been declining since 2007 to 2008, falling sharply to 12 tons in the past 5 years, with production this season is expected to reach just 6 tons. Afghanistan's internet and mobile telephone services were down nationwide this week for the second day running, residents and monitoring services said, but the Taliban administration offered no immediate explanation. In the past, the Taliban have voiced concern about pornography online, with authorities having cut fiber optic links to some provinces in recent weeks, as officials cited morality concerns. Internet connectivity in Afghanistan was flatlining around the 1% mark, said NetBlocks, an international internet access monitoring organization. Connectivity was cut in phases on Monday, with the final stage affecting telephone services, which share infrastructure with the internet.
Moving on. In Pakistan-occupied Gilgit-Baltistan, dissenters once again met with suppression. Javed Hussain Manwa, former finance minister and current PoGB assembly member, has denounced the national media for misrepresenting peaceful protest by source traders as unlawful acts. For more than 60 days, these traders have voiced legitimate demands, yet a targeted media campaign has smeared their struggle, highlighting Pakistan's use of propaganda to silence voices, distort truth and perpetuate decades of neglect. We have a report.
In a striking display of peaceful resistance, the traders of Sost have been protesting, demanding a tax-free zone in Pakistan-occupied Gilgit-Baltistan. Yet, under a coordinated narrative, national media brands them as miscreants. The attempt to manipulate public perception not only tarnishes the traders' legitimate grievances but also deepens the decades-long marginalization of PoGB, revealing how the Pakistani regime controls media to suppress voices of reason and justice.
एक साजिश के तहत मीडिया ट्रायल करने की कोशिश की गई। ताजिरों को ये करार दिया गया कि शरपसंद हैं। ये ना सिर्फ ताजिरों को शरपसंद कह रहे हैं बल्कि पूरी गिलगित बल्तिस्तान को शरपसंद कहा गया है। इसकी जितनी मजम्मत की जाए, जिन अल्फाज में मजम्मत की जाए कम है। गिलगित बल्तिस्तान की 78 साला महरूमियों के जो जख्म हैं उनके ऊपर आज मीडिया ट्रायल के जरिए नमक पाशी करने की कोशिश की गई है। गिलगित बल्तिस्तान की पूरी 22 लाख की आवाम जो है ताजिरों के इस कौमी मुकदमे के अंदर अपने ताजिरों के साथ खड़ी है और इसको साजिश के जरिए नाकाम बनाने की एक नाकाम और मजमूम कोशिश की गई है। गिलगित बल्तिस्तान के ताजिर पिछले 59 दिन से गिलगित बल्तिस्तान को टैक्स फ्री जोन बनाने के हवाले से एक तारीखी पुरअमन एहतजाज पे हैं।
A country where challenging authority is equated with troublemaking, peaceful citizens of PoGB are targeted by a media machinery aligned with the state. By framing legitimate protest as criminal, the regime seeks to intimidate lawmakers, scholars, and ordinary people alike. This orchestrated campaign threatens to sever the bond between Pakistan and its own citizens, exposing the ruling authorities' desperate attempts to silence democratic expression and maintain their oppressive control over the region.
अगर मीडिया ट्रायल के जरिए पुरअमन मुजाहिरीन को आप शरपसंद कहेंगे तो हम ये कहने पे मजबूर होंगे कि अगर आप हक मांगने को शरपसंदी कहते हैं तो गिलगित बल्तिस्तान के असेंबली मेंबरान हम भी अपने आप को शरपसंद कहेंगे। गिलगित बल्तिस्तान के उलमा भी अपने आप को शरपसंद कहेंगे। गिलगित बल्तिस्तान के पुरअमन लोग अपने आप को शरपसंद कहेंगे और आप ये जो करने वाले हैं ये कोशिश कर रहे हैं कि गिलगित बल्तिस्तान के लोगों को हकीकी मानों में शरपसंद बनाया जाए। ये पाकिस्तान के साथ गिलगित बल्तिस्तान का रिश्ता तोड़ने की एक कोशिश मैं इसको समझूंगा। ना सिर्फ मैं ये समझता हूं बल्कि गिलगित बल्तिस्तान के तमाम सोच समझ बूझ रखने वाले लोग इस मजमूम साजिश की मजम्मत करते हैं।
In a region long subjected to systemic neglect, the people of PoGB continue to endure the harsh grip of an oppressive regime. From media manipulation to economic deprivation, the Pakistani government's control stifles dissent, obstructs development, and suppresses voices calling for justice. Protest by source traders is more than a demand for tax relief. It symbolizes the enduring struggle of a population fighting for dignity, rights, and recognition under a repressive state apparatus.
In a remarkable stride of progress in India's Jammu and Kashmir, Rajouri district is witnessing rapid development. Manyal Upar, one of the most geographically isolated panchayats of Thana Mandi block, is now actively participating in Manrega and Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana projects with the support of the Jammu and Kashmir administration. After heavy snowfall and recent floods, residents have resumed work with renewed energy, engaging in road construction, land improvement, water conservation and housing initiatives, building a stronger, self-reliant future in the scenic Pir Panjal foothills. Take a look.
In a significant leap towards development, Manyal Upar in Thana Mandi block, Rajouri is seeing rapid progress. Villagers are engaged in building roads, improving land, conserving water and constructing homes under Manrega and Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana. These initiatives are enhancing infrastructure and promoting sustainable growth, empowering the community to create a stronger, self-reliant and a thriving environment in India's Jammu and Kashmir Rajouri district.
हमारे पास 10 लेबर के आदमी हैं, 2 मिस्त्री लगाए हुए हैं, 8 लेबर के आदमी हैं। हमारा काम जो है वो ज़ोर शोर से चल रहा है। आइंदा भी अगर काम मिलते रहे, हम ऐसे ही करते रहेंगे, 100 दिन का रोज़गार जो हमें मिल रहा है। पंचायत में बहुत काम चल रहे हैं, अभी हुए भी हैं, इससे पहले भी और भी हो रहे हैं। जैसे हमारा ये रास्ते का काम है वो भी हुए हैं, डंगे हैं, वाटर पॉन्ड हैं और मज़ीद काम जो है वो हर पंचायत में चल रहे हैं। अच्छा कॉपरेट कर रहे हैं, इनको हम जैसे बोलते हैं वो बोलते हैं, जो ज़रूरियात हैं हमारी जो है वो पूरी कर रहे हैं।
Manyal Upar, located at the foothills of the Pir Panjal, faces long months of heavy rainfall and occasional floods that challenge daily life. Despite these hurdles, residents, with the support of the Jammu and Kashmir administration, have resumed development activities with dedication. Projects under central government schemes are now moving forward efficiently, showcasing the determination and resilience of the local community in driving progress in this remote region. Women are playing a key role in Rajouri's development push, with 10 to 15 actively engaged in major works like road and dam construction.
औरतें बहुत काम कर रही हैं। औरतें कम से कम इधर कभी 10 होती है, कभी 15 होती है। बहुत औरतें काम कर रही हैं इधर की, बहुत ज़्यादा काम कर रही हैं औरतें। हमारे डंगे का काम हुआ, रास्ते के काम हुए, बहुत काम हुए हैं इस साल में। पहले काम नहीं होते थे, लेकिन इस 2-3 साल में बहुत काम हुआ है। पक्के घर भी हर जगह मिले, हर आदमी को मिला है पक्का घर।
With the weather improving, residents have resumed work with renewed energy and commitment. Roads, land development, water management and housing projects under central government schemes are advancing swiftly. The community is working diligently to compensate for earlier delays due to unpredicted weather, ensuring that development reaches every household and that the benefits of these initiatives strengthen the region's growth and resilience.
तो मैं अपने लोगों से ये कहता हूँ कि आप लोग बढ़ चढ़ के काम करें। नरेगा के काम मैं इनको मुख्तलिफ स्कीमों में दे रहा हूँ, जैसे हमारे वाटर टैंक हैं, वाटर पॉन्ड हैं, उसके बाद पी वर्क हैं, बी पाथ हैं, वाटर हार्वेस्टिंग टैंक हैं। उसके बाद हमारे PMAY के काम जो हैं वो भी पहले तो हम कंप्लीट कर चुके हैं ऑलमोस्ट। तो नए वाले अभी सर्वे हुए हैं, जब वो भी आएंगे तो वो भी हम इनको प्रॉपर तरीके से बनवाएंगे मकान।
Far-flung areas of the valley are witnessing transformative development, reflecting the tireless efforts of the Jammu and Kashmir administration and the central government. Since the abrogation of Article 370, infrastructure, housing and livelihood initiatives have accelerated, bringing tangible benefits to remote communities. These positive strides showcase a renewed focus on growth, prosperity and inclusive progress across the region.
As we wrap up today's episode of South Asia Today, we thank you for joining us. We'll return next week at the same time with more insights and updates. This is Shivangi Mishra signing off on behalf of our entire team. Until then, stay safe and goodbye.